608 full moons ago, Hōkūleʻa came to our shores.
34 days on the sea, and they pulled Tahiti out of the ocean.
This ocean that connects us, that allows us the ability to go 2,700 miles all the way back to our mother home, Tahiti, is just a beautiful, beautiful thing.
We are here to pay tribute to our elders, to those who started this revival of our identity and our culture.
We have to pay respect to the center of where voyaging began.
This is why we sing, and this is why we dance, this is why we sail.
There's also another language, the language of the ocean.
The lush mountainous island of Raʻiātea, part of the Society Islands in French Polynesia, is about 130 miles northwest of Tahiti. On its southeastern coast, one of the most sacred sites in Polynesia, a large temple complex, Marae Taputapuatea. For the first time in her 50-year sailing history, Hōkūleʻa is heading directly to this sacred island, also known as Hawaiʻi. Hōkūleʻa is a modern recreation of an ancient Polynesian long-distance voyaging canoe. She and her sister vessel, Hikianalia, restarted the Moananuiākea voyage around the Pacific in June from Hilo, Hawaiʻi. The 43,000 nautical mile journey started in Alaska in 2023 and expects to visit hundreds of ports in nearly 40 countries and almost 100 indigenous territories by 2028. To reach Raʻiātea shore from Hilo, it took the crew 3 weeks to make the 2,700-mile trek.
Où est le Hōkūleʻa?
Hōkūleʻa, il est juste devant nous, donc il a décidé de rentrer avec la voile.
Tahitian canoe Papeʻetē joins the Hawaiian canoes to the island.
I was more excited about being out at sea because I got to tell you this, that the things that we learned and saw, for me personally, for this trip was like being in class. It was really, really indulging in this indigenous knowledge.
Right now we're in Te Moʻorea. That's the sacred passage to the shoreline. Now the head canoe has just raised their tea leaves, giving Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia the okay to go through.
Raising the tea leaves means welcome, and also we say Raʻiātea. Raʻiātea means the paddle, lift the paddle up.
The conditions were great. Got here and being able to sail through Te Moʻorea Pass was definitely one of the highlights of not only this trip but of voyaging.
Hōkūleʻa, Hikianalia. Tēnei wā te kia mai no te ao maui. O tau te pēhia e te mauatua.
The crew is greeted by throngs of people. Hōkūleʻa captain and Polynesian Voyaging Society president Nainoa Thompson honors the voyaging elders who came before them, including his father, late PVS president Myron Pinky Thompson.
I have a hard time comprehending what this means. On the surface, it's about family, it's about home. But deeper than that, my focus is really on those that came before us, those that blindly supported us and were with us as long as they could be. I'm with them, but primarily my father. Yeah. I wish he was here. But my daughter is.
Through their chants and dances, students, kumu, and cultural experts from Kamehameha schools serve as heritage keepers and culture bearers, honoring their ancestors and Keala Ikahiki, the ancestral sea path between Raʻiātea and Hawaiʻi. Marae Taputapuatea is a sacred and historic site. This is where ancient Polynesians came from as they sailed to Hawaiʻi, Rapa Nui or Easter Island, and Aotearoa, New Zealand.
It's an honor that the Vaʻa, the route is coming here to Taputapuatea. This is like the cradle of our voyaging heritage. And it's almost like coming back to the source or to the home of all of our voyaging kupuna. And for many generations, Taputapuatea was the gathering place for the voyaging families of the Pacific.
Each crew member walks on the same rock path of ancient Polynesians. And then, after solemn protocols, these modern sea voyagers are eager for a taste of life on land. What's the first thing you want to do right now?
Oh my gosh, me and all the crew were talking about it on watch, love being on Hiki, really love being on the ocean, but they just don't have any burgers, Get a burger, get some fries, I don't know, something unhealthy, really.
The crews of Hōkūleʻa, Hikianalia, and Papeʻetē sailed to the island of Moʻorea. They change sails and are on island to rest and recharge before their next big arrival ceremony in Papeʻetē, Tahiti. Hōkūleʻa is 62 feet, and younger sister vessel Hikianalia is 10 feet longer. Locals marvel at their size.
Yaurana, o tuheyar ito ui o, e ahurumamha mathaiti tou.
And chant for the protective mountains above them, respectfully offering gratitude.
Ya nui te hau, te here e te ho'ira. Maururu.
When Kamehameha students arrived in Tahiti and flew to Raʻiātea, there was something strangely familiar.
Every time we're driving on that one road, we're all just like, oh, this is Kahana, oh, this is Waimanalo, this is Pro City. Like it's super cool because we see home in our motherland.
Cultural exchanges took off almost immediately.
And they said, fruit race, and I was like, what's a fruit race? And I saw some guy running with a big log, I guess, and 2 or 3 coconuts tied to it, and I was like, yes, yeah, run, go, go, go. I didn't even know what I was cheering for. I was just cheering for him to run. And that just shows that how excited people are just to see culture.
These high school students and recent graduates are part of Kamehameha's Hawaiian Ensemble, a renowned group of student performers trained in Awana, contemporary, and Kahiko, traditional hula. They also offer a ritual preparation of ava, a ceremonial drink, during Hōkūleʻa's major stops along the 4-year, 43,000-mile Pacific-wide voyage. The AHA Moananuiākea Consortium, under the leadership of Kamehameha's Dr. Randy Kamuela-Fong, strengthens decades-old partnerships between the Polynesian Voyaging Society, French Polynesia, Aotearoa, New Zealand, Alaska, and Taiwan. These relationships continue to be nurtured year after year. Here, Kamehameha students witnessed Hōkūleʻa's arrival at Taputapuatea more than 30 years ago.
It's amazing to be able to carry on these traditions for Kamehameha. They've given so much to me.
I didn't ever expect to be able to represent not just Kamehameha, but all of Hawaiʻi here. And yeah, that's a huge kuleana.
During their recent French Polynesia trip, Kamehameha students held cultural exchanges with schools from Ra'apoto School and Fa'aroa School in Raʻiātea. Hōkūleʻa and Polynesian voyaging is a common bond between these two schools. Even though they're thousands of miles apart, they're related in culture, traditions, music, and dance.
What we see here is the Kula created a mural to honor the ancestral he'e or fe'e that connects all of our oceanic families. And one of the names for this fe'e is Tumura'i Whenua. And Tumuraʻi Whenua is like the source that goes into the whenua and connects all of us. Those tentacles are like the sea roads to our ancestral lands.
Hōkūleʻa is a symbol of our ancestors navigating towards this ocean. And it's also the proof that we're not only we didn't find those islands by chances.
It's a celebration of Austronesian heritage. Polynesians are the youngest branches of Pacific migration, which can be traced back roughly 6,000 years to Taiwan. It's why members of the Kaviangang Paiwan tribe of Taiwan celebrated with their Hawaiian and Tahitian cousins.
We were joining, and then all of a sudden the Raʻiātea girls were grabbing my hands, and then the Taiwanese lady was telling us, open, open, and I was like, okay. Because it's all kapakahi kind. We're all mixed up and we're just laughing, having a good time. They just dance, and I love it. They just get up and they smile and they sing their hearts out, and you just feel like loved, and you just can't help loving it.
As part of their trip, students saw the beauty of Taha, known as the Vanilla Island. It's a secluded lagoon next to a motu, small islet.
Definitely, this is a dream. This is the best spot and water to be in right now, and I'm just so blessed.
It's just beautiful. I mean, there's no words that could ever describe something like this. It's just such a blessing, and I'm so grateful that we're able to do this.
Unforgettable memories from their journey of a lifetime. Voyaging canoes Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia arrived in Papeʻetē, Tahiti on June 28th at Plage Hōkūleʻa, Hōkūleʻa Beach, the same spot she made landfall 49 years ago.
Hōkūleʻa came to Tahiti on her very first maiden voyage in 1976, a voyage that has really obviously gone down in history and changed history in the way that Hawaiʻi and Polynesia really sees itself in this ocean and in this world, and has brought us together in so many ways for the last 50 years, so it's extremely special.
We were honored to be on board Hōkūleʻa for the historic arrival.
Oh, I have to admit, my heart is racing. We just went from a smaller boat to Hōkūleʻa, and the conditions are pretty rough. When I got to Hōkūleʻa, I just grabbed on for my life, and here I am.
This is a time when we have a shift in our winds, and the southerlies, which are the winter wind for us, are getting strong.
We've come a long way, and this is the final stop of our legs, so we're excited to celebrate and enter into protocol while we're there and see our family down here in Tahiti.
So Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia have just arrived offshore, and there are thousands of people here to greet the vessels. The sound of the drums and just to see the people is so exhilarating.
As Polynesians, we are carried on the shoulders of our ohana, family. Crew members were ceremonially transferred to shore. I too was humbled to be shouldered from the canoe. In my Hawaiian genealogy, Tahiti is where our ancestors came from, more than 1,000 years ago, spanning more than 40 generations. Polynesians, arguably the greatest seafarers who settled the islands and used only nature to guide them.
We are here to pay tribute to our elders, to those who started this revival of our identity and our cultures.
Today is overwhelming for me because there's just so much beautiful, loving energy in this place, Moʻorea Beach.
This is why we work, this is why we sing, this is why we dance, this is why we carve, this is why we sail.
I think something that really captured my heart was seeing actually how similar we are. We understand that yes, everyone's family, everyone's ohana out in Moananuiākea, but when you're able to actually see it and visit these places and understand wow, these really are cousins, we are similar, it's something so beautiful to see.
I think
Something that stood out the most to me was definitely the hospitality that we were welcomed with from our ohana. It's truly amazing to just see our ohana come together and support those who perpetuate all of our kupunas.
Just such a variety in language, but hearing the music is what brings us together. That seeing the dancing is something that we can connect through and share emotion with. Seeing everybody's reaction to Hōkū and Hikianalia was just amazing because it's welcoming them home, welcoming us all home.
Papeʻetē is the waterfront capital city of French Polynesia. Tahitian and European sensibilities infuse its 26,000 residents. The city is modern, but steeped in history and beauty. On our journey, we went looking for a man whose face is synonymous with a world-renowned outrigger canoe team. But you won't find him or their headquarters on the tourism brochures. His celebrated face is at the Shell gas station. Their state-of-the-art training center in the industrial zone of Papeʻetē.
Let's go.
These are the men of Tahiti's Shell Vaʻa. There's no horseplay here. This practice is all business.
David
Tepava is their head coach and exudes a formidable air of authority.
There's a total of 12 paddlers on the Shell Vaʻa team, and what I can see is they are all together and there's an intensity in their eyes.
The paddlers all work for Shell or partner Vodafone, and they practice twice a day.
It's a lot of techniques and hard work every day, but it's also the sensation of the ocean, the reading of the waves.
They're just so focused and it's hard to beat them.
Shell Vaʻa has garnered 13 total Molokai Ihoi World Championship canoe races in Hawaii and won the 2024 race. Their record is their own from 2011 at 4 hours and 30 seconds.
It's really a lot of joy and well-paid hard work.
That's one thing with David. He listens and he pays attention. That's what makes him good, and that's what makes his team good. It's the stroke. They have several different strokes. Sometimes just fast, really, really fast. You can't even count them, like boom, 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 boom.
In Kahaluu, Hawaii, master canoe builder Sonny Bradley helps Shell Vaʻa when they race in the Molokai Ihoi.
The polyvi here it cuts the water.
Bradley says this year Shell Vaʻa plans to race his canoe made out of a prized fallen koa hardwood log. The wooden canoe and Shell Vaʻa's fiberglass canoe are both 403 pounds.
It's a living thing at once, a tree, and then you came and made a beautiful canoe out of it. And what I mean by life is it just has natural buoyancy, so it's alive, you know? So it's a better canoe to paddle.
Many paddlers like Tepava say when they think of Polynesian voyaging canoe Hōkūleʻa, it's about the ancestors and that shared vision of reading the seas and the elements. Bradley shares that respect.
It's a real good thing that Hōkūleʻa brought it back. Every time I see it, it touches my heart.
So will you come back to Molokai and do you expect to win again?
So they don't have any choice. If they go, they win.
A rare smile from a stoic leader and a vow to defend their Molokai Ihoi championship title. For Hōkūleʻa's Moananuiākea voyage around the Pacific, her crew venturing to an icy glacier in Alaska, bridging modern and ancient worlds in San Francisco, returning home for healing after the Lahaina wildfires, relaunching with Hikianalia, and arriving in their ancestral motherland. Now there is more to embrace and explore on this path through the Pacific.